Hello.
Hey
Hi,
everybody.
Welcome again. So long.
Welcome back to Photofox Live. It's been a while.
It's been definitely a while.
It's been like 2 weeks since we saw you. And we had a few tutorials in between. So you want to talk about the tutorials we had?
Yes, I would love to. So it's been a lot, and so the tutorial that we did last time without the live was this one, which is
We
me.
took a photo of Joseph, and he doodled on his face and made it just look like a cartoon.
Yeah, it was important for me to use actually an image not of any guy, but just like a picture that I took myself. So to show you that it's very simple. That really you can just do it with your picture, and the result is not so. It will not depend so much on the resolution or the quality of the image. Of course, you need to always try to make the best picture and have the highest resolution. But in this case, you just use your image as a reference. So that's enough for this tutorial.
So that's one of the tutorials that we did, and we also did another tutorial which we called the Basic Editing Guru tutorial.
Yeah.
You want to show that one? Well, basically, a lot of people asked us how to edit their photos within Light, not creatively, not add things together and do double exposures and add elements and change colors. They just want to know how to make your photo look cool. So that's what Joseph did here.
This is the before picture. As you can see, the composition is not good, and also the colors are a little bit too how you say,
Bright,
not too bright actually. Like it's kind of
faded.
and yeah, it lacks something. Like it could be much of a better picture. So we wanted to show you that basically with this app, you not only have to think creatively in order to use this app, but you can also use it to edit your regular photos and to make the best out of them. And yeah, so and we used very basic tools like adjust, filter, and also we did what else we did? We did vignette.
So if that's something that you guys are looking for, you can check out our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, and that one's on there. We actually created an Instagram poll to see if you would prefer the doodle tutorial or the basic editing tutorial, and guess which one won. Do you guys want to guess? We can say hi to people in the meantime. We have Chase from Georgia. Hi, Chase.
Hello, Chase.
We have Kinzang. Hi from Bhutan. I don't know where Bhutan is, Kinzang, but hi.
We really
Hope it's nice there. We have Belgium is watching. Nomina is telling us.
Hello.
And what else do we have? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. And if you want to share or like or tell your friends about it, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Alright, so for this tutorial, we're going to be doing actually
a picture of me.
Yeah. You will be the, how you call it? Rabbit of the...
Test bunny?
Test bunny. You will be
Test
the test
rabbit?
bunny.
I think they say that, yeah.
So it's a similar picture, but we'll be showing live how to do this. So let's begin with an empty layer, right?
Yeah. We actually have a Hannah who is saying that she tried this tutorial and she had a hard time with highlights and color. So we can definitely go over that and show you what that was all about, because that was a little bit tricky part of the tutorial.
Yeah, basically that is not necessarily a part of knowing how to use the app. It's kind of more a little bit of how your capacity of seeing and differentiate between lights and shadows and understanding, and maybe if you have some background of drawing, then that will be helpful. So that this is maybe why if you don't have backgrounds of that. So I'll be talking about that in this tutorial. Don't worry. So let's go and add a new layer, a transparent one. And the reason why we're gonna do this is because we want to keep the layers live so we can fix them afterwards. This is the cool thing about working and doing this kind of work in a light, that afterwards you can correct, you can change colors, you can change opacities, you can do many stuff, and it's easier to have a better result like that. So in this layer, I'm gonna create the outline of the shape, basically the shape through the lines. And if you don't want to do outline, you don't have to, but for this kind of style that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use outline. So let's choose this layer, and then we'll go to artistic, and then we'll go to doodle. So you have here many kinds of lines. I'm gonna stick with the regular one, with the most normal, which is the first one. And I'm sorry for doing your face.
No, it's fine. That's what you're about to do all over.
Yeah, that's gonna happen anyway. And okay, we're gonna choose our color. It's set on black. You don't have to stick to black, but you can change afterwards if you don't like the color. And we'll set the here's the tool brush, the brush tool,
Control.
the brush control. Sorry, thank you. That you can control the size or the opacity of the brush. Okay, so I'm gonna go with 100, and I'm gonna do something like this. But you know, let's try and see if that's the kind of size that I want. Maybe a little bit bigger. Also, watch out when you zoom in and zoom out. The size will also change according to that. So if you zoom out and then you also zoom in with the same size, you'll have different sizes. So that's also helpful because you don't have to constantly be adjusting the size. You can just zoom in and zoom out. So that's that can be helpful, but you need to be aware of that. Okay. So let's begin making very simple lines.
We have a few people that say hi to. We have Sandor Vasas. Hello, guys. Hi, Sandor.
Hello.
And Kathy Henderson is saying good morning. She has a lot of energy. She wrote a lot of O's in her greeting to us. Inigo is saying, how can I use the blur in one layer in the background, for example? We can show you that afterwards. It's in Vignette.
Yeah, with Vignette.
And then you just go to blur, and then you raise the intensity, right? You swipe to the right. And he also said hi, so hi. And Hannah Wolf is saying she loves Inlight 1 and Inlight Photofox. So I love you too, Hannah. Thank you. If any of you have any questions about how to do certain things, write them below. We'll answer you either live, hopefully live, or we can also answer you maybe later on and give you steps, or maybe send you a video tutorial that explains exactly how to do what you're asking for. So feel free to leave us lots of love and comments. So yeah.
And here
How's
I am.
it going?
I'm drawing your eyes.
That's my eye.
And well, basically, you need to kind of have in mind what kind of level of resolution you want to be working with. And when I say resolution, I mean how many details you like to have. For example, you can choose to have, for example, in the eye, you can choose to have only the upper line, or you could have the whole line. You could have the upper and the lower, and you can do the
inside of the eye too.
The inside. I mean, you can go and basically go to a high resolution. It's up to you. And also you can just kind of see how realistic you want it to look, or if you want it to be more like a cartoon. So what I do in these cases, I try to make a single line.
Not pick your finger up, right?
Yeah.
It's hard.
In order not to have to connect again the lines. Alright.
We have Dustin saying that, hi, I'm finally able to see you live. Love the app. Love you guys. Thank you for what you do. Thank you so much, Dustin.
Thank you very much.
Where are you right now? Because we actually usually do the live like 3 hours later than it is now. So tell us where you are. Want to know. We have hi from Tennessee, Dina.
Hello.
Hi.
Dina.
How is the weather in Tennessee?
I hope it's good.
I imagine it's good. Or maybe it's rainy. Sort of like hard. How's it going?
I'm gonna, from what I know, it's not that I know very much about cartoon styles, but I know, for example, that for lips, usually they look good when you draw the upper the upper lip and then just a small line on the bottom of the lower lip. This is like one style that you don't have to do in that style, but generally it looks like it looks good. And I'm gonna try to do the teeth.
Wow. Do you see the chip in my tooth right there?
The chip.
Yeah, I have a chip in my tooth.
Chip like what kind of chip?
Right there. I'll show you when you get to it.
Where's the chip?
It's like right. This is the chip.
That's a chip.
Yeah. No, if you look at me in real life, you can tell. I broke it on a bottle once.
Oh, you too.
It's a real chip.
Me
Yeah.
too. I have here.
Where? Ah, same tooth.
Yeah. That's crazy. What are the odds? Okay, so here I'm gonna have to raise the size.
Wow. I feel like it's hard to do without looking like super cartoony, like really like not realistic at all.
Yeah.
No. We have Labasi Lopez Garcia saying, ¿Por qué no hay traducción en español?
Oh.
So you can translate now if you'd like.
¿Por qué no
We
hay
have
traducción en
time.
español? Well, hopefully maybe one day we can do a Spanish tutorial actually.
Oh, we have another one. Inigo Leiva from Spain is saying, I try to understand you in English, but this app does it. Anyway, maybe we need to do a Spanish version, Joseph, but I won't be able to.
You'll guess what I'm saying.
Yeah.
From the context. But hey guys, I think it's a good opportunity to also practice your English.
Yeah.
I mean,
there you go.
you're also learning how to do cool stuff, and you're also learning English. Two birds in one shot.
Yeah. We have Roberto Delisa. He's asking a question. Actually, it's a good one. A lot of people ask this question, saying your tutorials are great, but what happened to the previous skew option? I used it so much. So for those of you who are only using Photofox, you probably don't know what he's talking about. For those of you who used Enlight, which was the first version of this app, in the Canvas tool we had a skew tool where you also had transform. No, there was no transform. There's straighten, which straighten was actually very helpful because if you say took a picture a little bit crooked, or you wanted to line up the horizon line, or you focused on a table and then you realized and the table was straight but the horizon line wasn't straight, and then you changed your mind and you wanted to anyway. It's a very helpful tool, and a lot of people are requesting it, and it's definitely something that we're working on for putting in Photofox. I also used it a ton, the straighten tool. Do you use it?
Yeah, I used to use it. But you can also have like kind of some similar effect by using the transform tool.
It's a good sort of
the same.
Yeah. So if you can start with a blank canvas, which you can do in Photofox, and then you can put that image over it, and with transform you can sort of make the line straight. But there is no grid, which is kind of for people who can't figure out how to line up a straight line. It can be challenging. I know what you. So that's your answer, Roberto.
I want to say something here about the eyes. Also, like a small tip that I've seen here and there. For women, you like to make the upper line of the eye a little bit thicker, because that gives this sensation of like a more feminine look.
Like the upper eyelid, you mean?
Yeah,
like the eyelid. Yeah.
Here, this area. So it's kind of a minimalistic representation of the eyelashes.
Yeah.
Eyelashes, yeah, that's the word.
So it takes a lot of patience, this thing, huh?
Yeah, that's the key for that, I guess.
Yeah, so if anyone out there has any questions, or you want to tell us what features you wish were in the app, or you want to tell us what your favorite filter is, go for it, because we have some time to kill here. Yeah. And don't forget to like and share, of course. How's it going?
It's going well. I'm not gonna go much into detail, just the general. So now let's go over the hair once I finish here. Okay. Now for the hair we can try to do something a little bit more interesting. So let's go to the brush tip and let's try to find something that could work. Something that could give us
oh my gosh, I look like kind of like crazy. No?
That's
I look a little bit...
that's a common thing that happens when you draw yourself. It's very weird at the beginning. I also saw
Okay.
myself, and I was, but let's see
Okay,
what happens
okay,
at the
I
end.
won't say anything till the end.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna finish with this line here.
We have a comment from Kathy Henderson asking if Photofox is replacing Enlight. So Kathy, Photofox is essentially the next generation, the next version of Enlight. Did I say that right? Photofox is the next version of Enlight. And the reason that we have Photofox and we didn't just update Enlight is because Enlight is a one-time paid app, and we put a lot of work into that. And we are still updating it, but in order to sort of have a sustainable company, it's more of a sustainable business model that we have a free app, and then we have subscription for people who want more content and more packs. So we're still supporting Enlight 1, of course. We're not abandoning you. But Photofox is awesome because it is free and you can use layers, which is something that was really sort of limiting with Enlight 1 because you didn't have the mixer tool. I mean, you have the mixer tool, you don't have layers, and now it's a lot easier to combine photos, basically. Yeah. So I hope I answered your question. If not, tell me what I missed and I'll get back to you again. We have Orlik Felfern, I might have butchered your name, sorry, asking if we plan to do some tutorials with VideoLeap. So actually, we have some VideoLeap how-tos, basic how-tos like how to trim clips, how to split clips, how to add text, and we also did some basic videos. Actually, me and Joseph were planning something for Halloween to do for VideoLeap, so stay tuned to the Facebook page for VideoLeap. And for those of you who don't know what VideoLeap is, it's actually our company is called Lightrix, and we have a few apps, and we just came out with VideoLeap, which is sort of like the way Photofox is for photos, VideoLeap is for video. So it's a creative video editor. And you should definitely check it out. And it's also free to download, so you should definitely download it. Okay, I feel like you're ready to say something.
I am ready to say something. What I want to say is now that I tapped check mark, and now I added a new transparent layer. And now on this layer, we're going to be drawing the colors, the inside colors. So one way to do this, the way that I do it, is I fill this with a white, with this layer, and then I'm gonna bring it behind.
I told you I look crazy.
Yeah.
It's also hard because I was wearing black and I have black
like,
hair.
It also looks like you have dreadlocks.
Go with that. I'm cool with that. Yeah.
You like dreadlocks? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and now this white, I'm gonna lower the opacity a little bit so I can see what I'm gonna be doing on this layer, and I can see actually behind. So let's go again to doodle, and I will be painting inside. So I'm gonna add a little bit more hair also because there's some holes
in my hair. Don't make me go bald just yet.
No, not yet.
Can you also like fix the shape of my hair? Like maybe give me a wave here?
Yeah, okay. You got it.
No, why not? Come on. Like a little more, like, yeah. No, like, can I do it?
Yeah.
Am I going to mess anything up? I'll try. Like this, I want it.
Okay, I get what you... Okay, that's possible.
So give me a new hairstyle. Thiago is saying that, so in response to what I was talking about with the tutorials, that there's nothing too amazing like Photofox, just the basics. But that's actually because VideoLeap is a little bit more complicated of an app if you don't have any experience with video editing, which a lot of people don't. Whereas a lot of people know how to apply filters and they can sort of figure out how to use Photofox. People who've never done anything with video editing, it's kind of complicated. So we have how-to basics, and we're going to get into the more creative and cooler stuff, so just hang on. Don't worry about that. There will definitely be cool stuff. Actually, what we're planning for Halloween is a cool effect. So get excited about that. And we have Franklin Alca. What are you doing now?
I am now painting the skin. So I'm choosing already from here what I have in the color palette. I'm choosing 3 to 4 colors for the shadows and for the highlights and for the normal skin tone. But I'm gonna do it in a pinkish, more like, because I wanna make it like more a little bit less realistic. So I'm choosing this color for the base, and then over this I'm gonna choose this as a highlights, and then these as shadows, and then these like the darker shadows, like the real dark areas, and that's gonna create the effect of kind of a not 3D but more like realistic. Oh, I'm actually erasing here.
I still feel like I look homeless, though.
Like a homeless.
No?
It is changing.
I don't know. I don't know about this.
I don't know about this. We'll only know at the end.
At the end, okay. I'll be quiet. We have from Franklin, and he wrote this in Spanish, but I'm translating it with Facebook's Translate This tool. He's saying that it's the only iPhone app that explains how to use it. I think that's what he's saying.
Gracias por...
You can read it out loud so that people at home know.
Gracias, but this is the one that he wrote? Or this is the translation?
No, this is Spanish,
okay.
Joseph.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Gracias por los tutoriales de las aplicaciones fotográficas que uso en el iPhone. Photofox es la única que nos ayuda en conocer sus herramientas. So basically that he's saying that thank you for all these tutorials, that it allows us to know how to edit photos and how to know these tools.
So you're welcome, Franklin.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. Okay, so now you're adding in the highlights?
Yeah, now I'm adding the highlights. It's kind of a little bit hard to see, but this is what I'm doing. Maybe if I raise here a little bit, yeah, then you will see better. So I'm gonna add this color. By the way, you can add colors if you change anything here, and you can tap here on this icon and then on the plus, and then you'll have that color.
Yeah, it gets added to the color palette that way, which is very helpful if you want to pick your own color and keep using it. How do you figure out, though, where to put the highlights or where to put the shadows? Like, where are you exactly aiming for?
So here it's a little bit difficult to see, but you still can kind of have an idea of where the light is coming from. So you know it's coming from this area, kind of.
Because you can sort of see on like my forehead there, right?
You can see here that there's like a light here, and then here's darker. So you kind of try to make like a shape that will be that would try to define that shape of the light in that area. For example, here, so you have this thing, and it kind of goes into something like this, right? And for example, you try to define, like, to simplify the highlights, and like here you can see there's like a line across the nose, so that will be that highlight. And also, where else we have here in the cheek, you can see a little bit of highlight, and do something like that. Also here there's a little bit of highlight. You can see clearly here, for example, here's the shadow and here's the highlight. So you try to make a shape that kind of makes sense in that area. So at the beginning, yeah, and you can also, if you want to correct the shapes, you can choose the other color, the base color, and then paint over that. So you can have full control over that shape, right? So for example, here I want to have it more like that shape that will follow the shape of the nose, and then here's a little bit rounded, and then here we could give it like a little ending like that, just more pointy.
So how come you decided to use like such a pink color or unrealistic colors? Just because you...
I just decided because, well, I already
did
used
blue.
this blue, so let's go with this. It's kind of basic, my decision, but I also saw that here you can actually you have like
There's
already
a bunch of pinks.
yeah, you already have it like the highlights and the shadows, so instead of, but you can create your own palette. Um, Whereas we have some highlight here as well. Wait, I'm not in the right color. Here.
Toprak is asking us, from basic, can we go some pro editing? Don't really know what you mean, but I think maybe you're asking if you have the free version, can you do pro editing? That might be what you're asking, and if so, then yeah, you definitely can. There is the darkroom tool, which is a pro tool, but so that's like super helpful. So if you're looking for like really high-end kind of stuff, then you do want to go pro and get darkroom, but you should be able to do really good editing with just the free version of the app. Inigo is asking if there will be a special tutorial for Halloween.
Yes.
There will be. We're planning something.
Yeah. Surprise.
It's a surprise.
So now we're gonna go with the shadows. So this area is the one that is darker in the face. So also I'm trying to go and follow the shape of the face. So I know that this area is rounded, right? So I'm not gonna do a shadow that looks like this, because that will make flat the forehead. But because we know that this forehead is kind of rounded, it has like a little curve, so we're gonna try to also follow that shape in this way in order to make it more logic. And also here we have some dark areas and under the eye.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I know.
I'm tired. What do you want?
That's actually a normal shadow of every human being, I think.
Okay.
It's a normal thing. And it's okay to be tired.
Yeah. Now I kind of look a little more normal, actually, with the highlights and shadows. When it was just flat, I didn't like how it looked.
I didn't like how I look when I also did
Okay.
it, so don't worry.
So yeah, tip, if you don't like how you look,
Keep going.
add the highlights and shadows and then
That will help
and then
a lot.
reevaluate.
Okay.
Does anyone have any more questions? I have the computer here, so I'm looking at all of your comments. We have Avi saying that it's very helpful what we're doing. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
And we have Jamil Karam Jr. saying hello. Hi, Jamil. We missed you.
Hello, Jamil.
And Dustin is asking if there are any plans to do our blog like we used to have. It was inspirational. So thank you, Dustin. We are planning to do something a little bit more content writing for photography. But we're working on something a little bit better, so stay tuned about that. And thanks for the content.
So
How's
now,
it going?
I'm trying to, I don't know how that happened. I'll correct it later. So now I'm like on these little folds of the skin. I try to add these small details. It will add a little bit, and we only will see after we erase the opacity. And also you can see here, it's kind of, I think it's kind of a mix of trying to see what there is in the picture, but also trying to think of how really face is, what is the logic of the face or whatever object you're drawing. So here we know that there's, even though we don't see much of that shadow in here, we know that this area should have a shadow, because if the light is coming from here and then here, this like place that is completely hide it from the light, then the logic thing will be that there will be a little bit more shadow. So it's kind of a mix, kind of thinking and also seeing.
And also I think exaggerating what you do see, right?
Yeah,
so if you see something that looks a tiny, tiny bit darker, you can just make it darker.
Yeah, exactly. That's the outcome of that, I think. Okay, I think we're getting close to something here. Now, I'm gonna correct this for a second. Alright, oh okay, and now here we need some shadow, and I think we're good to go. I could go into more and more details, you know, we could add more and more shades of the color and make it look even more realistic. But, you know, I'm just trying to make an example here in order for you to understand the logic of this.
We have a question from Sandor is asking, according to which time zone do we do the live sessions? So Sandor, we try and get as many viewers as possible, obviously, so it's the most appropriate for everyone. So we try and do it so that it's late at night in Australia, but it's early morning in New York and really early morning in California, and everyone in between. It's sort of during the day, so we sort of aim for around this time or a few hours later than this time. Usually we do it, but we have something later, so we had to make it earlier. Right.
So I'm gonna draw your t-shirt with the blue.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No, because otherwise it looks like it's part of my hair.
Also, yeah.
I know why.
Okay.
This is basically just like coloring in the lines. It's kind of therapeutic.
Yeah, I always do these things and I get kind of in a meditative
In a zone?
state. Yeah, in the
I
zone.
knew you'd say that. There's something that's bothering me.
What?
Do you want to guess what it is?
The hair.
There's some, well, also, but here. Maybe we can get rid of that with like heal afterwards.
No, we can actually just erase it.
Ah.
It's just a regular,
Okay.
regular
so
erasing.
let's get rid of that.
Yeah. I like that you're aware of details. That's very important.
Well, I have all this time to kill while you
You're talking
while you
about-
draw on my face.
I'm drawing your face. Okay, now let's stop check mark. Now let's try to fix that thing.
Yeah.
So we go to eraser. That's a cool thing. You can go back and you can just keep fixing stuff. So here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Now it's much cleaner. Oh my god, so much better.
Yeah.
Also there. Can you also add more hair like there?
No,
Because it came out like...
No, you'll see now that
Okay.
now that I'm gonna raise the opacity here,
Ah,
right? So
creepy.
now I'm gonna draw these. I forgot to draw the eyes
Right.
with white.
Okay.
So we're gonna.
This is a step I feel like that makes it pop.
Yeah. So.
We have a comment from Mohammed saying that he's Arab and he doesn't understand what we're saying, but he understands that we're expressing through the art that we have presented. So thank you. It's a very nice
Thank you very
compliment,
much.
Mohammed. Yeah, and you can definitely, I think, understand what we're doing by just watching, which is why we have the touch points so you can see where to tap and yeah. If you have any questions, just let us know. You could even write in Arabic and we'll translate it. Hopefully we'll understand what you mean.
I think that the art is the universal language.
I knew you were going to say that.
It is true. Actually, I was the other day on the street, and then there was this piano on the street, and then like this guy just sat there and
Started playing it?
and then just everybody got there, and it was just amazing. And
That's cool.
you know, start singing. That's amazing. Okay, now I like this, but I think we can make it a little bit better if we kind of work on the colors. So we can go to Target and we can choose a specific color. For example, here.
Yeah, this is how Target works. For all you people who go into Target and then feel like it just turns colors red and then you leave and you
No.
don't know what it does, this is what Target does. Target,
You just this is a widget that is actually showing you the specific color that you're choosing right now. You're selecting a color. When the red shows, it shows you the color that you're choosing. And the more you drag these arrows, the bigger or the smaller will be the range of that same color that will be
So if it's really close together, it'll only take, say, bright red. But if you move the arrows farther away, it will also take like lighter pinks, which are in the same sort of tonal range, but not exactly that color.
Yeah. So now I want to make this a little bit darker. Right? So it looks
So
a little
basically, you
better.
first select the color, and then
You can do exposure, you
yeah.
can do contrast.
You're basically making adjustments locally, like a lot more selectively.
That's interesting.
I still don't like my hair.
I know, your hair looks like like dreadlocks, but weird.
Like, can you add more hair there?
Yeah, you can add more
Afterwards, fine.
hair. I will add more hair, no more. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now I see that I have to correct some stuff in here. So let's go back to Doodle.
The purple's a little strange. I like purple, though, it's fine.
The good thing about using the color palettes that are already in here is that you can go back and then choose the same color. But you can also choose, actually, no, because you can choose this color by...
Ah,
also
right,
with
there's the
color
color picker, which is actually something new that we added recently, right?
Yeah.
The color picker wasn't always there.
Yeah.
So that's pretty helpful.
Now I want to make the lips a little bit darker.
If you have any questions about what Joseph is doing, what he does in general, his favorite food,
What he does for a living.
well,
what
we know
my
what you do
hobbies.
for a living. We forgot to introduce ourselves in the beginning,
Yeah, wow.
but it usually says it in the...
Yeah, but
in the
you know,
thing.
it's because it's been so long.
Yeah, it's been so long. If you were wondering who we are, I'm Stav, and I am the head of social media here at Lightrix, which is the company behind Photofox. And Joseph is
I am the visual artist.
artist.
Of the Lightrix
Yeah.
company.
So basically, we work together on a lot of marketing materials and social media stuff and videos and things like that. We have a good time.
Happy times.
Steve Coleman said good afternoon, and he missed us. We missed you too. We really did.
Yeah.
It's actually fun to do this.
Yeah.
Kathy Henderson says she feels like she's so far behind. She hasn't had much opportunity to practice recently. I think you have your tutorials on YouTube. I'd like to go back and start over. So Kathy, we have all of our tutorials on YouTube, and we also have all of our live tutorials on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and you click on the Enlight Photofox playlist, you'll see, actually I just reordered them the other day. So they're all of the tutorials, and then there's all of the live sessions. And we also added nice cover photos, so it's very obvious now what's what.
I'm trying to fix a little bit your hair in order for you to feel better about this. So I added more hair. What do you think about that?
I don't know. Is it better?
What? This was like this?
Yeah, but I feel, can you remove hair too? So it's more like,
Here, in this area?
you understand what I want, right?
Kind of.
A nicer hairstyle?
I'm not a hairstylist. I'm not.
I know, but also because you can't tell that it's curly, so it just looks...
Okay. Okay, let me see. Let me try last thing here. I can make this. No, it's actually from there. Wait.
Jaden is saying, hi guys. Hi Jaden. Thank you for tuning in.
Hello.
Welcome. If you missed the beginning of this, feel free to, it'll be on YouTube later, or it will be on our Facebook page, so you can watch it any of those places.
Okay. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna add a new layer, and I'm gonna fill it with white, and I'm gonna choose a nice texture. So last time I used this, I think. I'm not sure. No, actually, I did use something
Use the
different.
white paper one, I think.
Yeah. So for this one, I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna turn the check mark, and now I'm gonna apply blending mode like this. And now it's gonna add a little bit more texture to it. All right.
We have Darling Nikki is asking if Photofox is worth the money. So Darling Nikki. First of all, Photofox is free to download, so you can download it anyway. But the Pro version, which includes up to 5 layers and includes a lot of Pro tools extra, and it also includes a lot of content packs. So every month, or I think even more than once a month, we add new content packs into a few of the tools. So that means more fonts, more elements, more filters, more, what else? Everything. Basically any of the tools that you have there that have packs, more stickers. We're always adding new stuff for subscribers. So it's up to you. It depends also how you work. If you want an easier workflow, having more than 2 layers just makes it such a better experience. So you can check it out. You can also try it on a monthly basis and see if it works for you, or you can try the free version for a while and see if you want to. Yeah. You can also always unsubscribe. So we think it's worth it, but we're a little bit biased.
This is definitely a good investment if you are really want to take your art skills, your iPhoneography art skills to the next level. So
this is me. I don't know how I feel about this, Joseph. Yours came out better. Can you show the before after, or you have to save it?
Wait, no, I think I...
You want to know what else you did in yours? You used a different brush for your beard, so it looked cooler. Because of your hair.
Because it's shorter, and because the beard kind of has that texture, but I don't think I could do that on your hair. I don't know, I also think that I have more time just to think about things a little bit more, but it's basically the same thing I did. So you can see, for example, I took a little bit more time to work on the edges and on the shapes, just a little bit more, and also the color palette is just a little bit more. I think that color is also a little bit too intense.
Pink?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm agree about the hair. I think maybe if we could add, for example, some white lines, I think that could give a little bit more texture to it. Maybe, let's try. For example, whoa.
Yeah, something like that. No, I think that's you know what I'm seeing? Like the greasiness of the strokes of the phone from the side. It's like...
What are you? Oh,
you see what I mean?
Yeah. No, so I have to do it on this layer in order for it to work. Let's see. Let's give it a chance.
Jawad is asking for an application for Android. So we don't have, unfortunately, I'm sorry, we don't have an app for Android right now. We don't have any plans for it right now. But we hope that there will be one in the future because we want it to be available for everybody. It's just not fair. Lindsay is saying that she tried the app and she doesn't know how to use it. So Lindsay, you should definitely check out all of our tutorials. They're all on YouTube in a nice organized playlist. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us on Facebook, or you can email us, or you actually have a Photofox group. You can go into our group through our Facebook page and you can ask there, and people do really, really cool stuff. And you can also ask questions from other people. You'll get an answer really fast. So that's something that's also pretty helpful. So if you're interested in learning and you're interested in art and you're interested in design, yeah, that looks a little better.
Yeah, it's just like it was too flat.
Yeah, exactly. See, my job is to make you do better things.
Yeah. Thank you, Stav.
I don't know how I feel about being pink, but...
I can change you. But hey, I think that looks much better. It's kind of, that's the whole thing. It's just about experimenting a little bit.
Yeah, that looks much better. Okay, I can live with this.
Yes, you can live with that. Okay. You want to try different colors, maybe?
Yeah, let's go. So, right. So hue is something really cool for trying. Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
That's cool. Finally. I don't look like a pink homeless woman.
Pink homeless.
Dreadlocks.
That's not what you are, Sam. You're not a pink homeless.
If you guys are interested, we'll show you at the end. Maybe we'll give you a sneak peek of VideoLeap, which is our video editing app, if that's something that people are interested in. So let us know. Because I think we're pretty much done here, right?
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay. Awesome. So if you have any questions, this is the time. I'll show you real quickly. This is VideoLeap. It's very similar to the Photofox interface. And this is what the app looks like. Maybe we'll give you... Should we give them a preview? You want to do it?
We can try to make a preview here.
We're totally not prepared for this, so if we mess up...
Actually, I don't think I have here videos, but I do have an image, and I'm going to show you this feature that is very cool, just a sneak peek so you can see. So you have something that it's called Colorify. So wait a second.
Maybe I don't have this version. Effects, I think.
Yeah.
Here, no, go on. It's in effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's pro.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. So it's kind of basically how it works with the target. You choose the area that you wanna from the color that you wanna choose by stepping on it with the widget, and then you can just control how much of that color it's gonna be choosing, and then you can have your video on that effect, which is kind of reminding Sin City, I think.
Yeah, it's very Sin City. So it's sort of like doing a color splash effect where you add, like on Photofox, you can add a black and white filter and then erase the parts that you want to show up in color. So it's pretty much like doing it like that. So that's pretty cool. So that's a sneak peek. Maybe next week we'll also show you something cool. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, don't forget to write them in the comments below.
Yeah.
Or give us a shout out on Facebook or email us or anything you want.
We're here for you.
Yes, it's easy to find us. So we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.